Well, it's not the friendliest of welcomes for Mohammad Abdullayev of Azerbaijan. He's heading for the red corner. And the unfriendly welcome is because fighting out of the blue corner will be Serbia's Vladan BABIC.
Declared by split decision to the red corner from the AIBA, it's
Our referee is Mansur Medinov from Tajikistan. And we are underway. Super heavyweight action in the third preliminary round, the round of 16. This one being contested between boxers from Azerbaijan and Serbia. The boxer out of the red corner is the Azeri athlete. That is Mohammad Abdullayev, 22 years of age, competing in his second contest here at Belgrade 2021. It's his second World Championships at the senior level, was a quarter-finalist 2 years ago in the super heavyweight division. His opponent is 30-year-old Vladan BABIC. He too competing in his second senior World Championships, having been outpointed by Fraser Clark of Great Britain in the first preliminary round of the event in Yekaterinburg 2 years ago. 12 men make up the Serbian boxing team. Boxers in all but one of the weights being contested here. There's 9 men on the Azeri boxing squad, as Abdullayev operating as a left-handed boxer currently. He's an adept switch hitter. In addition to that World Championship senior debut in Yekaterinburg 4 years earlier in 2015, as he scores with a good left hand to the body. He was the World Junior Championship gold medalist, Abdullayev. Lost to the eventual Olympic champion Bahadir Jalolov in the second preliminary round in Tokyo earlier this summer. So despite his 10 to 22 years compared to the 30-year-old coming out of the blue corner, Abdullayev's talent is such that he has enjoyed plenty of successes on the continental and global stage throughout his career. BABIC, a quarter-finalist in the European Games with a 5th place finish in Minsk in Belarus 2 years ago. Well, everything that BABIC does that is even close to looking effective is cheered enthusiastically by the fans here at the Stark Arena. A healthy crowd in attendance once again. We've got sirens blaring. You see the variety that Abdullayev possesses in his arsenal, and he's used the uppercut to the body effectively. And after taking 2 shots from BABIC as he got over the front foot, did you see how Abdullayev was able to dig in a shot to the body, just testing the condition of BABIC? Again, he's continuing to peck and poke away with straight punches downstairs, as BABIC leaves a bit of his head on that of his opponent at the sound of the bell. Abdullayev, the busier boxer, the better boxer in that opening round, and that reflected on the scorecards. 10-9 across the board in favor of the man from Azerbaijan. So some of the action then. BABIC trying to press, but often he's been met by punches. Those were caught by the gloves and forearms, but BABIC very cleverly picking punches to the body, just such as that, in a bid to slow the man down. Bring those hands down, and then the head will be an open target. Variety in evidence once again, as BABIC able to go body and head. Excuse me, Abdullayev able to go body and head at the expense of BABIC. So coming out as a southpaw boxer is Mahammad Abdullayev, the man from Baku. Two boxers from their respective capitals facing off here as BABIC bites down on his gum shield and tries to get busy with his hands, targeting the body of his opponent. Abdullayev with that characteristic hands down style, flicking out a relaxed right jab to the body once again. The left hand that he dug in may have been around the belt line, but BABIC, not a flicker of a response. He remaining committed to his task. And listen to the encouragement that BABIC is receiving from the fans in attendance here. Really willing their man forwards. Athletes at all levels had to compete without a crowd for sports that were able to keep themselves going. AIBA boxing was able to keep going in various guises, in various tournaments around the world, but without a crowd, well, many boxers will tell you, many athletes will tell you, oh, terrific work once again, punctuated by that left hand to the body after he enjoyed single shot success prior to that as well, Abdullayev. But competing without a crowd, good right hand driven in. A ring is a ring is a ring, but if you've got encouragement from the crowd as a home boxer, it can provide you with energy you didn't know you had. It can elicit a brilliant performance. The encouragement that you can receive from fans. Now, in stark contrast to that, Abdullayev will be looking to silence the crowd, and he's doing a good job of producing the type of display which could well see the crowd fall quiet. But there's such passionate supporters in this part of the world that even though BABIC is on the receiving end of some quality punch picking through the 2 minutes of this round that have elapsed, such as that left jab there, they're continuing to cheer their man. But this is a really difficult mission for the man from Belgrade. Takes a left hand to the body and right hook upstairs. And Abdullayev going about his work very effectively indeed, looking after himself in the clinches, standing in front of his man, daring him to punch because he will feel that he'll beat his man to the punch. Retreating to the ropes because of the pressure of BABIC. But after attempting to weave his way out of the punches, looking to tie his man up now as he walks him back to center ring. That right hand not too far away from BABIC, and again, because it was in the neighborhood of landing, it's cheered on enthusiastically by these vocal supporters. There's a good right hand landed from BABIC, his best shot of the entire contest, and listen to the reception it receives. But the success is too few and far between if you're a supporter of Vladan BABIC, and those are the people who are filling the arena here at the Stark Arena in Belgrade. 2 rounds completed. I think he's conceded both of them. But how will the judges see it, of course? 2 rounds in the book, both of them scored across the board for Abdullayev. A fair reflection of what has transpired over the first 6 minutes. Well, BABIC, you cannot fault the man's commitment or his intensity, but he just cannot get set to make Abdullayev uncomfortable. Can't find a range when he attempts to box at range. He's made to miss and invariably made to pay. And when he stands off at range trying to set up his attacks, Abdullayev is working him to the body. Now, they're not the punches that are going to knock you out, but they can really slow you down. And the pain of a body shot stays with you from far longer. And look at that, right on cue. Abdullayev scoring with a 2-shot combination downstairs to begin the 3rd round. And then a right hand got around the rear of the left glove from Abdullayev. Beautifully picked punch, scoring to the body, disengaging on his own terms. Very good display this. And maybe BABIC has got to try and turn it into a street fight here in his home city and get close to the man and try and rough him up. But for as long as I've been watching Muhammad Abdullayev, which has been since his World Youth Championships, after that World Junior success in 2015, I was ringside in St. Petersburg the following year to see him in the World Youth Championships. And movement around the boxing ring has been at the center of his considerable ability. Very comfortable and composed up there, despite the pressure that he invariably faces from the super heavyweights who like to try and pursue him. But he backs his reflexes, backs his timing, trusts it. Because again, this isn't something that he's been doing since last week or yesterday. He's been boxing since 2009, putting the hours in the gym, training as part of the Strong Azerbaijan program. 7 national titles under his belt over the years, ranging from schoolboy success in 2013 all the way through to his most recent national title in 2021. So again, what appears to be a rather daredevil style is something that he has worked to hone. It's dangerous, of course, because in this division, more than any other in AIBA boxing, one shot can turn things around completely. But look at the composure he's demonstrating there as he's bulldozed back towards the turnbuckle. Good left hand to the body once again, and Babic has conceded an awful lot of those body shots. He makes Abdullayev become disorganized, the referee talking to him about that infringement immediately. But Babic running out of time in which to find the finishing blow. Uppercut landed on the inside from the man in blue. But Abdullayev will be just content to remain out of harm's way here. Breathing through a slightly open mouth. He's put in a lot of work. Those feints and that gliding around the boxing ring and his work to the body, plus having a man more than 92 kilograms lean on you when he gets to close range, all of that will drain the gas tank. But right uppercut flashed on the inside there in the red corner just above our commentary position. And how about that, to have another one from Abdullayev and then hugs his man after he hits him after the bell. But with the punches exchanged during the bell, well, in between bells, well, that man's expression and body language tells its own story. Because Muhammad Abdullayev, the better boxer in this, his second bout of Belgrade 2021. And Vladan Babic, well, he gave it everything, but it's not going to be enough to see him progress through to the quarterfinals. But he's never going to forget this, competing in front of home fans on the global stage. And they're supporting him all the way through as we await the verdict, which will see Abdullayev progress.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the bout number 320, the ring eight, the winner of points by unanimous decision is the boxer out of the red corner from Azerbaijan, Mahammad.
Terrific performance by Muhammad Abdullayev, the Tokyo 2020 Olympian, taking all 3 rounds for all 5 scoring judges to eliminate the home boxer from right here in Belgrade. Vladan Babic not able to get it done. His second World Championship appearance comes to an end in the third preliminary round after his second contest. But what a wonderful ovation he is receiving as he leaves the boxing ring and leaves the arena for the final time in these championships. He gave it absolutely everything, but he couldn't get to grips with the mobility and elusiveness of of Muhammad Abdullayev. Vladan Babic took the athlete's oath at the opening ceremony. And he competed with terrific spirit throughout this contest, one where he was ultimately eliminated. It is Abdullayev who goes through to the quarterfinal stage. He'll face off against Narendra in 2 days' time in the afternoon session.